one Aaron Rodgers, who's coming off of probably, I'd say definitely the worst season of his career. And there's a lot of uncertainty surrounding where he's going to go, if he's going to come back to the Packers. He decided to go into a 4-day darkness retreat. And it kind of gives, if you see that tweet, it gives sort of a description of what it was like. And apparently Aaron Rodgers is out of this said darkness. And I know Tom Mazaway, out of all the people at Woodward Sports Network, you are the biggest Aaron Rodgers fan out of us all. Obviously, we're a Detroit Sports Network. The Lions are our team, and Aaron Rodgers has been a consistent tormentor. But you've always respected him, and I'm actually more of an Aaron Rodgers guy than most as well.
I mean, how are you not?
I am a Maz sympathizer at this point,
right,
for the record. So, Tom Mazaway.
I ain't no sympathizer with Aaron Rodgers.
Can Aaron Rodgers regain his old form, whether it's with the Green Bay Packers or any other team?
Listen to me. The guy just sat in a 300-square-foot room on his own. He had a little mattress. He had a queen-size bed. That's all he had. And he had a mattress, a pad, a yoga pad to sit on and to contemplate life. That's all he sat in for the last week, or whatever, how many days he did it. This guy, last year, we saw it after the Lions beat them on the last game of the season, last game on a Sunday night. He walked out with his arm around his buddy.
Randall Cobb.
I'm sorry?
Randall Cobb?
Yeah, of course, Randall Cobb. Yeah. And you could just tell, you knew at least one of those guys was not coming back. I believed both of those guys were looking around saying, this has been awesome, but I'm not coming back here anymore. I'm not going to be the starting quarterback here at Lambeau Field anymore. I truly believe he's going to be traded. Now we hear a couple of days ago, Bob McGinn out in Green Bay, one of the most renowned, respected writers in Packers. And he says the Packers are disgusted, that was the quote, we're disgusted with Aaron Rodgers and we want to move on. That was insiders from Green Bay. And then 2 days ago, Tom Pelissero from the NFL Network says, on the contrary, they are looking forward to him coming back. And they believe that he's in a good state of mind, that he has still got some tread on the tires, and he is going to still come in and get the rest of his $150 million contract. He's got $100 million left on it. And he's going to come in here, and we're going to have him as our starting quarterback. I believe he will be traded. They need draft picks. They don't have a lot of money. I'm not sure how the salary cap will work in Green Bay.
What salary cap?
Exactly. It's fake anyway.
It's up to 224 now.
I thought the Jets were going to be his place. Matter of fact, I bet everything. I pushed all my chips on the table a few weeks ago and said he's going to New York. The more I hear, Braylon's been talking to me, saying he's never going to leave Green Bay. He's never going to leave Green Bay. We laughed at him. The word on the street is he's staying in Green Bay.
Yeah, buddy.
I don't think he is still.
Yeah, buddy.
But I think maybe, if it ain't the Jets, it's the Raiders. I still believe I see him and Davante Adams somehow coming together and making this work. Yes, the Raiders are cash poor. Matter of fact, they're probably the most cash poor team in the NFL. I don't know how they're going to work it. I just don't see him finishing his career in Green Bay. I see a Brett Favre situation. Favre went to the Jets. He failed. He went to the Vikings, almost took him to the Super Bowl. He threw another dumb Brett Favre interception to cost him the game. I just can't see him staying in Green Bay. I'm still leaning. I want him to be a Jet. I don't think he'll be now. I think he goes to the Raiders. And I think Derek Carr goes to the Jets.
I told you what was going to happen. And I don't back up.
You did, man.
And I don't back up the point. The reason why I don't back up the point is this, Sam, is look, when you assess Aaron Rodgers, and this is before, the darkness retreat. Side note, I had some pretty bad times in Cleveland, but never did they drive me to go to a room by myself and sit there with a yoga mat and a blow-up air mattress and think for 6 days about, do I want to come back to Cleveland or no? It had to be some pretty bad things up there in Green Bay. But all jokes aside, when you're Green Bay, before we get to Aaron Rodgers, you're looking at Green Bay. Green Bay, you're in the NFC. You're in the NFC. As you're looking at getting rid of Aaron Rodgers and what draft picks you're going to get and et cetera, and we're really going to remove ourselves from Aaron Rodgers. We're really going to, to detach and move on, etc. And then you start to look. who the hell is going to quarterback for the 49ers? What are the Eagles going to do with all the moves that they need to make with the free agent players that they're going to have hit the scene? Am I scared of Seattle? Do I really believe in the Minnesota Vikings? So what? They have Brian Flores. Do I believe in them? The Detroit Lions, that was a cute story last year, but do I believe they're going to be better than us with Aaron Rodgers? What is our realistic best shot to win this thing? And it always comes back down to the same thing. It's with number 12 in your backfield. You already agreed to pay him $150 million. Might as well just pay him another $100. You might as well just pay him another $100 and give it 2 more cracks because the NFC is so fickle. This is your shot. Romeo Doubs looks good towards the end of the season last year. You saw what Christian Watson did. He came on strong the last 8 seasons. 8
Great
weeks
running backs.
And then the running backs came on strong when what happened? The passing game opened back up. So if I'm Green Bay, I'm like, no, it's Aaron. And we're just going to have to figure out a way to tell him this is what we want. Yeah, go do your darkness retreat. But this is what we're expecting you coming back into 2023, your second to last year. No, it's going to work here. We have invested too much effing money into you. We have invested too much effing time into you and all this weird stuff that you have been. We've let you do that. Now it's time for us to put our foot down. We ain't sending your ass nowhere. You're going to stay here and you're going to get us that championship you told us you're going to do. I'm not sending him nowhere. And if I'm Aaron Rodgers, I'm looking at it. I don't want to go in the AFC. It's too many questions in the Raiders. They're trying to put Darren Waller on the market, Hunter Renfrow on the market. So you mean to tell me I got to go to Devontae Adams, who'll be the only player there once they bring me in? No, I don't want to go there. And I don't want to go down to the Dolphins, even though they got Tariq and they have Waddle. I got to see Josh Allen twice a year. Man, the hell with that. You got to stay in Green Bay. You got to get it done. That's what I would say if I was Green Bay. You ain't going nowhere.
Okay. Aaron Jones last week took a pay cut to stay in Green Bay. They're making some moves slowly, quietly.
Yep.
I hope you're right.
I do too. Because I want to bust
I want
the Lions to bust his ass when he's putting everything on the line.
I hope he stays in Green Bay. And listen, guys, you know I'm a Lions junkie. I'm a junkie. I love them. Go to my house. I've got 1,000 Lions things in my office. Look at the stuff I wear usually. Don't look at the Yankees today. I love watching the Green Bay Packers with Aaron Rodgers on Sunday afternoon at 4:30 on Fox from Lambeau Field.
4:15.
4:15, sometimes 4:30.
This is true.
As much as I love my team, I want Aaron Rodgers to finish his career in Green Bay.
Yeah.
And I want to see some great matchups still in that NFC North. I love that division. The Vikings, the Packers, and the Lions. That's a big three if Aaron Rodgers can play at the top of his game again. And you know what? You're convincing me.
Yeah.
You're convincing me,
The
Brandon.
hell with that.
I'm with you.
Let's go.
I'm with you.
You can't go nowhere, Aaron. You got to get it done
You
here.
got to win here.
You got to win here.
Win at Lambeau.
What if Green Bay, and I turn back to you, Sam, what if Green Bay, they send him to, Miami and give him 2 picks, or they send him somewhere, and Aaron messes around and wins somewhere. Green Bay would be hot. Green Bay would be pissed. Their owner would. Oh wait, they don't have an owner. I digress.
No, I've been on the record saying that a realistic expectation for the Detroit Lions is to win the NFC North. But a lot of that was predicated on the Aaron Rodgers uncertainty and having Jordan Love play quarterback, who none of us know can play or not because he's never been given the opportunity.
I do. He can't play because they offered Aaron Rodgers $150 million.
And you know what?
That lets you know Jordan Love can't play.
By that logic, yeah, they probably don't trust Jordan Love to take over. But with Aaron Rodgers, like Maz said, they're bringing back Aaron Jones, who is one of the best running backs in the NFC. Average over 5 yards a carry, is a great threat out of the backfield. Yep. Christian Watson, he came on towards the end of the year. In the last however many games, 7 or 8, he was basically Garrett Wilson. Touchdowns. All he did was score touchdowns. He became Aaron Rodgers' favorite target. And when you look at also their defense, they've got guys like Kenny Clark. Rashawn Gary was injured for the last part of the season. Jair Alexander, Devondre Campbell, at the end. They are all coming back. So this idea that
Tunyon. Tunyon.
He's a free agent.
He's leaving. But you know what? Dalton Schultz is available. Cowboys did not franchise him.
And they didn't give him the ball when they needed to. If I'm Dalton Schultz, I keep my options open.
I like Schultz.
This idea that Aaron Rodgers is just done and can't play anymore,
foolishness.
I reject that 1,000% because even last season, it was his worst year ever as a starter. Let's just call it a spade.
Still
a spade.
only threw 12 picks.
He still only threw 12 interceptions, which is a lot for Aaron Rodgers, who historically is the only all-time great quarterback who does not throw interceptions.
Under 10.
He did last year. He basically lived under 10 his whole career. So Aaron Rodgers can still play, and with another year, another offseason with Christian Watson, their first full offseason with Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, the Packers are absolutely an NFC North threat if Aaron Rodgers is there because of him being an all-time great quarterback, not quite in his prime, but still good, and the roster around him. They've got a lot of pieces, and I know, Maz, you really appreciated this Aaron Rodgers talk from somebody who is more of an Aaron Rodgers sympathizer than a lot of people here. You're not dealing with Stick today. You're dealing with Flannel Sam, someone who puts some respect on that name.
It's respect.
Yes, he's an all-time great quarterback.
He's still a crybaby.
Yeah, well, that's
He's still a crybaby.
What kind of draft picks do they have? Draft capital.
draft capital.
Let's take a peek at that because they could still go out there and find some extra pieces. Look, this is the Lions' chance. I believe the Lions will win the division regardless if Aaron Rodgers comes back or not. I truly believe that. And I like the Vikings. I mean, they're a couple of players away from being a Super Bowl contender. I'm telling you, do not diss the Vikings and Kirk Cousins. But the three of them, man, the Lions, the Vikings, and the Packers, that's as formidable a trio as you're going to get in any division around the league. And I mean the NFC North. The NFC East last year dominated. I think the NFC Central, or North now, can dominate this year.